everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Studio Series 86, Part 1 of the Commander class set. First, I'm looking at Hook. The second one is going to be Long Haul, releasing at the next time slot, obviously, for that big 210th review. But welcome to 209, I guess. But yeah, here we got Hook. Now, I decided to split the Commander class of Studio Series 86 in two halves because of the fact that it allows me to dedicate my full time to each figure instead of having to rush so that I don't make an hour-long video. So, anyway, here we got Hook, the third member of the Constructicons that we're looking at, and man, we're getting closer to that Devastator, boys. We are getting closer to that Devastator, I can't wait. So let's take a closer look at good old Hook, starting off with the nice head sculpt with the red visor and the silver mouth in there as well. You got the nice chest as well, you got the wheels on the arms, and also just like the other Constructicons, he is a little bit hampered as no waist rotation, sadly enough. I'll prepare you guys immediately for that one. But yeah, but then this is what he looks like from the side, and technically this is actually helping him stand away. But anyway, you got the gray here as well, you got nice silver here on the legs, and then you got the feet that are just unpainted gray, which feels weird. Everyone else has green feet that I have. Why does he not have green feet? So weird. Ah well, doesn't matter. I mean, this is how it's supposed to transform, so they could have given him green feet. Why didn't they just give him green feet? Anyway, doesn't necessarily matter. And then here in the back, we got all of the back stuff. We got the Hook, which can actually rotate and actually come off. So he can technically plug this idiot into his arm in order to start smacking people around. Or look like that dumb idiot from Transformers Energon. Because there was one that had like a crane arm or something like that. But you can also just put it up like that if you want to. Lots of playability with this guy. But overall, he is a very... Also, he's got a little Decepticon symbol right there. But anyway, overall, he is a very nice guy. But this is not why we're here, because of the fact we are here for combined mode. But that's going to be in the future, because I'm still missing two members, Mixmaster and Scavenger. I have neither of them at the time of recording this. So, yeah. Also, it's got vents here on his crotch, which, sure, why not? Everybody needs to have a hobby, right? But overall, he looks actually pretty accurate to what he looked like in Generation 1. And also, I do not have the actual Combiner Wars figure, so there is no comparison between the two of them, even though everyone keeps saying that these figures are very similar. So I don't know if they are. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Who's to say? But anyway, that's not all you get, because also what you get is the weapon. Here you go. You got a nice looking weapon right here with an ammo clip right there that he can just hold in his hand if you want to, and you can just start shooting people with this, luckily enough. So overall, a very neat little guy. So then let us take a look then next up at the articulation. So the head can rotate, but cannot necessarily fully rotate. These things can also move up if you want to, but the head can rotate fully if you get a good grip on it. Then also the arms can go in and out, but also technically all the way around, but it gets blocked by the backpack. You can't really win them all in and out, like I said, but gets blocked. So move this out of the way for the full in and out. You got a swivel here, you got a double jointed elbow bend right there. You have no waist rotation because of the fact that he does stuff for the transformation, sadly enough. So no waist rotation, but I guess that has to do with the fact that this idiot splits in half to form the titties of Devastator. But then the legs can go forward, they can go back, they can go in and out. You get a rotation, you get a bend at the knee, which can also untap the feet, sadly enough. And then also he has ankle tilt a little bit, and the feet can move forward, but that is also for transformation. But you can do that, technically, that if it is for transformation, it also counts as articulation. But overall, he's a very nice looking figure in that sense, but sadly enough, no waist rotation. But this is what you get when you don't have skeleton combiners. Because without the skeleton combiners, these figures have to have some sacrifices in them in order to be able to make... Also, I don't even know how they would have done a frame combiner out of Devastator. He's the only one that makes no sense to make a frame combiner, you know? But overall, still a very nice looking guy. So then, with that being said, let's go straight into size comparison. Starting off, let's bring in the squad. So here we got Hook with Long Haul, Scrapper, and Bone Crusher right there. Look at them all together. Very nice. This set is getting so complete. But one problem that I have right now, because of the fact that I can actually make Superion right now, at the time of recording this, because I have Silverbolt, One little problem with this set is the fact that I'm still missing a leg. So I cannot turn these idiots into Devastator even if I wanted to because I'm missing a leg. Also, we'll look at the trailer a little bit in the long haul review, but Devastator gets its own video, so don't expect too much from that. But anyway, I cannot make a leg yet because I am missing a leg, or like the combiner. So that's a little bit of a shame, but overall the team still looks very green like they always have. So let's get them out of here for the leader and wannabe. So then here we have Hook with Megatron and Starscream. Finally, I can use 86 Megatron in size comparisons because I finally got the guy. Yes! But anyway, it looks good with Megatron and Starscream as well. Very nice. So then let's bring in the favorites, which are obviously Shockwave and Soundwave, looking very nice alongside good old Hook. You love to see it. They all look very nice together. So let's get them out of here. Pull you in closer and let's get into that transformation. So let's get Hook transformed and, well, it's a G1 figure, so it's not going to be much. But here we go. Anyway, so what you want to start off with here is you want to basically untap the foot here and this piece here and flip them up, fold them in, and then this green tab is gonna slide in that slot right there. So you want to do that here as well. Still should have had green feet, but whatever. Anyway, you can't win them all, can you? After that, you want to basically flip these bad boys up. Then you want to come here and basically double hinge this backwards. Also get the arms a little bit out of the way. But you want to double hinge this backwards and over. So just double hinge it backwards and over, and then you tab these two together. Bam, there you go. Piece of the vehicle mode is done, and it looks a bit small, but don't worry, we're not done yet. So then you want to lift these pieces up here so that we can deal with this. So what you want to do is you want to rotate this up and then rotate this down, and then this tab here is going to slide into that slot right there. This tab here is going to slide into that slot right there. So basically just get everything aligned. Do the same thing on the other side. Just get everything aligned. There you go. Then afterwards, we're almost done, because now what you want to do, you want to take this green thing here, this whole green piece, and rotate it backwards, and then tab it in again. Fold these two pieces down as well, and then bam, here we are. That's it. That's really all there is to it. We got Hook in his vehicular form. So here we have Hook in his vehicular form, and it looks pretty good. Outside of the fact that that's basically just Devastator's head right there. Overall, looks pretty good. Big fan of the way that this looks. I mean, it just looks like a construction vehicle. Very good. So let's go and close up here. There's not really a lot of details on this one. It's a lot smoother, but we got the cab there. We got the cab there. But that cab is more for this thing, which can't actually move. We'll get there later. And then here you got some details as well. You got some stuff on here. I don't really know what to call all this stuff, so I'm just gonna basically show you guys all the details. This is what he looks like from the back. A little bit bland, would have liked some lights or something like that. This is what he looks like from the front. Very nice with the purple here as well. The wheels are all pinned, so they roll like a charm, boys. You love to see some pinned wheels. Absolutely fantastic. And if you want to have some articulation with this guy, what you can actually do is back here, it moves up, and this can extend a little bit, and also this thing can move as well. So you can actually move this around and play with it, which I like as well. I mean, if it couldn't do that, this would have been just such a disgrace. But overall, he can do that too, which is good as well. So then let us look next at the weapon storage, boys, and the only place really that I found is on here. You can basically turn this around to the front and tab it in like so, and you can have it there. There you go, you can do that if you want to. Nobody wants to, so let's move that off to the side. And yeah, outside of being able to roll like a dream if everything lines up down here, but something isn't necessarily lining up. Ah, well, he can't win them all. But anyway, he can roll technically. Also a little bit of a Deceptic badge right back here. What a surprise, didn't expect that one. But anyway, now that we're done with all of that, I'm kind of trying to rush this because I have a lot to do today, and I don't really have much else to say about this thing. Let's move then straight into comparison, shall we? So let's bring in the Constructy boys. So here we have all of the Constructicons I own at the moment of recording this, and man, am I happy about these guys. They all look very good together. Big fan of the way that they look together. Can't wait for the rest and make Devastator. So let's move you out of the way for the leaders. So here we got him next to Megatron and Starscream. Very nice indeed. Man, I love that Studio Series Megatron so much. Then after that, here we got Kit from Knight Rider. And finally, finally, here we have Soundwave and Shockwave to end this all off. Very nice indeed. So let's pull you in closer and let's get into their reverse transformation. So let's get Hook back into his robot mode. So what I like to start off to do is get the Hook out of the way so that we don't really need to worry about it. Then what you want to do, you want to fold up these pieces here and then untap this piece here, this whole thing, and rotate it forward in order to, oh, this was not supposed to untap, and then push it down in order to tap it into place a little bit more further forward. After that, what you can do is you can come down here and you can undo the feet from down here in order to give us some room to work a little bit. Come on, there you go. In order to give us some room to work on the arms, which you just want to untap and rotate down, and this will allow you to also put these shoulder pieces down as well. Then after that, what you want to do with this is you want to take this whole piece here and no, not do that. Well, you can do that as well. I don't know why. Probably for the combined mode. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to split the legs and then double hinge this forward. Fold out the foot that's in here. Rotate this down. Yeah, get this all straight. Rotate it down. And fold it in like so. Do the same thing on the other side. So double hinge this down. Fold out the foot. Get everything situated here, and there you go. You got a pair of legs and a pair of arms. Fantastic. Now all you gotta do is just fold this thing back forward, and if you want to, you can also just rotate this out a little bit in order to make sure that it hits the ground. So maybe just push it in a little bit. And here we got good old Hook back in his robotic mode. So what do I think of Hook? Well, I think Hook is fine. I don't think he's necessarily the best, but I think he is personally fine. I don't hate him. However, the thing is that if this idiot was sold separately for potentially Voyager class price point, I would think that he is definitely the weakest of the Constructicons that I've looked at so far, at least from memory. But since he is sold in the set together with Longhaul, is he worth it? Well, standalone, not really, but together with Longhaul, I would say that he is. He is a fun little guy. While being the weakest of the Constructicons, he's still a fun little guy that you can have fun with. The crane play is great as well. I love the fact that there's a lot of play in the crane. Big fan of that. However, the thing is, he really feels a bit closed off, especially with the fact that this whole thing just like collapses onto him thanks to this whole thing, and the fact that it kind of limits articulation a bit. However, the one thing that I am missing here is a waist rotation, because I feel like this guy could have had a waist rotation, but they just did not want to give him a waist rotation. But whatever, outside of that, I still think he is a nice guy. But standalone, I would say maybe deluxe class price point is what I would pay for him, and I wouldn't necessarily, maybe go a little bit higher, but not Voyager class price point. However, I would say that if you're trying to complete the Constructicons, the set together with Longhaul is absolutely worth it. But that has been my review of Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Hook. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell, and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!